What's going on, guys? I'm Michael. This is Vlog Day, and welcome to the Elm Age. A few channel updates for you. I'm going to be changing up the way that I do things. Now, I have made some small improvements. I know some of you have noticed, sent me a couple emails and whatnot. I'm using a D300S right now from Nikon. Only output is 720p, so that's kind of what I'm stuck with right now until I can afford to upgrade into a nicer camera. Also, the damn thing only records 5 minutes of video at a time, so I'm constantly having to record, stop, record, stitch together, and post. It's a whole fucking thing. And I'm using a Yeti microphone from Blue, which is awesome, but there's no direct camera input for this microphone to the camera itself, so I have to stitch all that together in post too, so it takes some time. But hey man, I'm learning and I'm doing it in front of you, so just wanted to be throwing that out there just so I don't get a whole bunch of hate mail. But yeah, so I'm going to change up the format a little bit. So on Mondays now, I'm going to be introducing a new segment that I'm working on. It's called Best Summer Vapes. And Best Summer Vapes is just my opinion, okay? It's going to be me looking for the best device, best combos that I can find for myself that I'd like to carry around during the summertime. You know, because it's hot outside. You know, I want to be able to wear my shorts or, you know, whatnot, and just throw a small device in my pocket and go out the door without being really weighed down or bulging out. You know, summertime, you don't have the big hoodies and jackets to hide a triple 18-650 rouleau with a 6mm tank, you know. So I want something I can throw in board shorts and head out the door. Now it's going to have to meet certain criteria for me to like or dislike it for that purpose. Now I may like the mod, and I'll tell you as such. I may like the mod, and if I do, you know, then I may carry it. But the sacrifices that you make for size and weight to, you know, the power output and battery life, that's what I really want to go over. So the criteria for that has got to be a good weight. It's got to be small enough to be pocketable and not be, you know, some big scary mod. Also, it has to have good power range and very good power output. Also, it has to be able to manage that battery really, really well. So that's the thing. That's going to be Mondays from now on. Another day during the week, and I haven't really decided which day I'm going to do that at, but I'm going to introduce different products, kind of like this guy right here. That's more for the beginner to just intermediate side of vaping. So people that have just gotten started and are moving up, or people that just want to get started on something better than an Ego Twist. So this is kind of one of those devices. This is by Smoke, and it's been working really, really well. I don't want to give you too much information because I want you to watch the video, but I'll give you a sneak peek. Good little device, man. Very, very cool. Yeah, so, and then anything else that I can think of course, we're going to do vape advocacy and things like that, but I may go off subject a little bit. This may not just be a vape video all the time. It may be, you know, some things that I'm interested in as well. Alright, so let's talk just a little bit of advocacy here, okay? So every time I turn on the news or I check my news feed or Facebook or whatever, it seems like I'm always getting this negative, in-your-face news story about vaping, which I think is really just complete bullshit, because they're not doing this stuff to RJ Reynolds and to all of Big Tobacco, right? So I turned on the TV the other night, and I've been seeing this commercial running over and over and over again all over the place for Blue. And, you know, Blue, the cig-alike vapor pen. Now, it's got a commercial out where this woman's like flying around in a helicopter and herding cattle, and she gets out and, you know, takes a big old pull off of a Blue, like, I'm so fucking cool, be like me, and nobody's saying anything about that. It is the exact same back to the Marlboro Man commercials that whenever I was a kid I was seeing on television. But we're being demonized because we're trying to help people. I mean, you don't see this in movies. You don't see this in, in commercials. Smoke doesn't have a commercial out where they're like, oh, I'm so educated and cool. You don't see that bullshit. We're actually trying to help people, not kill them. We're trying to help people, not make a profit. There is money to be made, but damn it, that's not the whole point of this. We don't believe in all of that. We believe in, saving ourselves above anything else, but helping other people. That's a rant, but whatever. Anyway, be sure to be practicing battery safety, guys, because that's some news stories that I'm seeing. I'm not going to acknowledge them just because, I don't want to perpetuate the myths out there, but know Ohm's law. Know your amperage to resistance ratings. You don't want to have some sort of catastrophic failure and wind up on the news someday, or somebody, take a, I had a venting battery and then run with it and it blew up in his face. You don't want to do that crap. Also, keep the stuff away from kids and minors. Don't just leave it hanging around. That is one of my big gripes, and that's with anything. You don't want to leave cigarettes laying around, for kids. I mean, that's how I started smoking. I would pick up my dad's cigarettes and, take one and run out back and into the woods or at a friend's house or something and smoke a cigarette. That's not what you want to do, especially with this stuff. So keep these things, monitored all the time. Don't let kids pick them up. If for no other reason, you don't want a kid sitting here going and burning up your wick, burning up your coil head or something. I think that above anything, those things are very important. We've got a lot of calls to actions and stuff that we need to really start focusing on it, and we need you guys to get out there, start calling your congressmen, start calling your senators. Make sure that you vote respectively, just because of not vaping, but small business. Stand on the platform of small business, and that's going to help vaping. That's going to help keep this alive. Just because this is small business, this is free market. We want to keep that. So vote accordingly, especially in the presidential election. That's the person that's going to be making all the decisions. I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but maybe look into their policy on small businesses. Okay, small government, small business. That's what we like. Alright guys, so that's about it for the vape advocacy thing right now. I'm not going to get on a huge tangent. We just got to work together. We got to work really hard for this industry, just because if we want to keep this alive and we want to help other people find it and get off of cigarettes, we really have to do our part. So that's it for the advocacy part. So let's see, how about the Preds, man? Holy crap, did anybody catch that game? Jesus, man, that game was incredible. 3 overtimes. It was history making. It was a history making game. So, first time in history, in the franchise's history, that they played an overtime game in the playoffs and won at home. Now, just the other night was the first time that they had went into overtime during the playoffs and won away from home. This is an epic year for hockey. This is incredible. Also, triple overtime for the Preds. Oh man, exciting hockey. Pekka killed it last night. He was just eating those pipes up. You couldn't get past him. Couldn't get fucking past him. It was awesome, man. But wonderful hockey, history-making hockey last night. If you're a Sharks fan, sorry, we won. So I hope we keep winning. They kept us alive last night. Mike Fisher really stepped up, got a good shot right in the third overtime kept us in line. So this is going to go to 6 games, and we are going to win this. Maybe you're a Dallas fan or St. Louis fan. Y'all had a fantastic game last night too. I was watching it as well. Holy crap, man! Exciting hockey this year. Exciting freaking hockey. This is one of the best years for hockey that I've seen in a long, long, long time. So that about wraps it up, man. I guess I don't know what else to say. This is this is the old age, man. We are living in it. These are going, if we can keep them, these are going to replace cigarettes. We're going to get people off of cigarettes and hopefully just outlaw cigarettes completely. I really don't judge anybody for their choices. I was a smoker for a long fucking time, and these are just way better. I breathe better. I can smell better. I smell better. I don't smell like smoke all the fucking time. Man, just do your part. Help us out. Let's get this going. Till next time, guys, I'm Michael. This is Vlog Day. You already know. You already know, man. See ya.